hate the homies.
What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, and we glad that you do. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Griffstradamus, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, a.k.a. the biggest Michigan fan you ever met, and I hate the homies. Episode 88, super duper easy. Michael Irvin.
Thank you.
I got you. I got
Drew Pearson,
And
the original.
I mean,
Lynn Swan.
Well, I see, but I was going to be simple. Michael Irvin.
Okay.
That's one where everybody can agree. You start saying Drew Pearson, you got other people out of Texas. Let me throw that in. Other people out of Texas going, who?
I don't know, dog. I don't know about that one. But go ahead, Super Dave.
And it's your boy Super Dave. And you could have put Dez Bryant in there too.
If you put Dez, you got to put CD Lamb.
Yeah, I would have rather put Drew over Dez Bryant. Yeah.
Earn some stripes.
But guess what, y'all? We don't care.
We don't.
But we do care about maybe the NBA All-Star Weekend. I mean,
maybe
that game is
strong, dog.
maybe
with 90 question marks after it, dog. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it, man. It was bananas. Your former president, Donald Trump, got a new sneaker out.
It's the ugliest shoe ever, dog. But we're all. It looked like it should have been in a Wizard of Oz, dog.
LeBron James is mapping out the way he's gonna end his career. We're gonna listen to what he had to say and put our thoughts on it. And DeMarcus Lawrence on why the Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers. Like he's speaking out. Like he gonna come straight real with it. Just a couple things that we're gonna discuss this week on the episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, which starts right now.
I hate the homies.
All right, man, let's get it popping. Let's go straight into NBA All-Star Weekend. It ain't no secret. Like, we all know it's one of the biggest parties of the year when it comes to sports and athletics.
And say what it is.
I was there. So let me start it before the pre. I was there on Thursday. I hosted the Gospels, the Legends of Gospel, Fred Hammond. It was supposed to be Marvin Sapp, but he got into some weather. But it was Fred Hammond, Bishop Hezekiah Walker, Donnie McClurkin, Anthony Brown, and local indie dude, Demetrius West. But the best part about that night is I had the privilege of honoring Oscar Robertson. For the people who don't know about Oscar Robertson, the Big O, I mean, you two, of course.
The Big O.
He's originally from Indianapolis. In 1955, he went to Crispus Attucks High School. It was the first all-black school to win the state championship. Indiana's a big deal for basketball because Dr. Naismith is from there, and you know what I'm saying? But then think about the time, 55, and the whitest state ever, and they won the championship. And then 56, they won it again, except they went undefeated. He went on to become a great Cincinnati Bearcat. He played in Milwaukee with Kareem. He was the first human being to get a triple-double for the season, a 12-time All-Star, and it was just, he's 85 years old, dog. And when I tell you, he can tell you play-by-play what happened in 1956 and 1955 with both them games is actually pretty, it's uncanny. Like, I don't remember the last Wednesday, kind of. And this dude is saying, I remember John was on the point with 7 minutes and 11 seconds. So Oscar Robertson, man, was a big deal. Big deal.
That's a beautiful thing, man. It's awesome when you get a chance to share those moments with them legends like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yes, indeed. So
now let's talk about this crappy, which part do you want to do it?
Let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the obvious. Like 211 and 186 was the final score.
Were they playing NBA 2K? Were they playing?
I get it.
I mean, come on, man.
I get it.
211, dog.
It's the NBA All-Star game. I remember back in the day.
And your day is when Jordan and Magic and Isaiah Thomas and exactly. David Robinson.
They was playing.
It was not a game, dog. The final score was always 109 to 108.
Come on, man. Man, these guys up and down the court, and Adam Silver, the commissioner, is actually not happy. He's actually a little bothered, and he has every right to be.
He should be.
This should not be. It's kind of what happened to the Pro Bowl in football. the players, they're like, okay, well, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cruise. And by the way, all the fans, they just want to see the high flying dunks and the long range 3-pointers anyways. But we still want to see defense. We want to see a competitive game because you got the best of the East and the best of the West.
And they're not playing each other at all. They playing like a bunch of cousins.
Come on, man. This is ridiculous, man. And I think Adam Silver should put his foot down and start finding players. Like if you're going to accept the invitation of being a part of the NBA All-Star game, then you
which is for the fans, by the way. Like
play ball.
And here you go. The slam dunk and all that was inside the place where the Colts play. So it's sold out, 65,000 people. And you got, well, let's go to the 208 to 190 something game.
We'll get to the slam dunk.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
No, say what it is. It's an embarrassment.
It was lame, dog. It was lame. I don't think it'll be a day with what you just saying with Jordan and Isaiah and Dennis Rodman and all these people that literally hated each other, but halfway during the season they came together to play on the same team. A lot of them later went on to play with each other in the Olympics. I just didn't. It wasn't competitive. To me, okay, let me make sure I say this right. To me, WNBA games is a gang of layups, right? Well, over this game over the weekend was a gang of slam dunks and half court shooting. Like that is not what nobody put their hand up. So one time, Rock, I was counting the dunks on both sides, right? Just to see who put their hands up at least when you came down. People was look. So I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I guess I don't know, Dave.
That's why I don't waste my time watching it, because I don't think we've seen a NBA All-Star game that meant anything. We keep going back to Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, but when Kobe played,
I was about to say Kobe had some. Kobe got the same.
Kobe has that mentality, the dog mentality. He wants to compete against the best. And some of these guys you see now, that's the sad part about the NBA now. Who's going to take over? Because you want to see guys that are going to be dogs that don't care about the other guy. I want to be a champion. I want to cut. When you look at Jordan, when you look at Kobe, those guys wanted to cut their throat, show it to you, let you bleed.
I think Jimmy Butler is like that. I think Jimmy got a little soul from the old.
He's that old school type of guy, but
yeah,
we're talking about we're talking about people that's going to be in the All-Star game almost every single year. To me,
Giannis, Damon,
LeBron,
Joel Embiid wasn't even there. LeBron been there 20 times. Shout out to being the first human being that got 20 in a row. I don't think. I mean, hell, look at now. They take days off. It's
almost to the point where you got to take away the game and just do the slam dunk, 3-point shootout, the skills challenge.
No,
it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, the same way they took away the Pro
girls
Bowl.
Play. I'd rather. Okay, and I understand what you're saying, but the way that score was, the way it was no defense, the way nobody put their hands up, I'd rather watch 5 WNBA players who want that smoke like that girl did against Dame. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you can't just be easy on them, because them girls, that girl almost beat Damian Lillard, man. She really did.
This is the one player I thought that had a chance to be, and you look at him and he has that dog in him, and that's Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he also played in his first All-Star game this season, this year. If he's your next generation of player, he shouldn't have been setting an example out there. Kobe didn't wait for anybody else to set an example. He wanted.
But it's a little overwhelming, dog. Kobe was the man when he first came in. Anthony Edwards is like, geez, all my heroes.
All your heroes, but you also want to compete against the best. These are guys, some of the guys I know you play these guys all the time, but you get to see them on one stage and show what you got. Going against the best.
Right. The HBCU game was better than the All-Star game.
Come on, man.
How about that?
Adam Silver's gonna have to put some stipulations on this All-Star game. And even if a player decides, hey, I don't want to play in it, thank you for voting me in, and I'm glad, I'm appreciative, but I don't want to play because I don't want to get hurt. There's got to be some kind of fine or something associated with it because it's part of the game.
You don't get to go, dog. You don't get to go.
Yeah,
I don't think, but Griff, I don't think they care. I don't think they care about missing their festivities of going. They look at it as a hassle, really. They were all complaining about being in Indiana because there's nothing to do.
Let me tell you something. But what was cool when you got off the plane and walked towards baggage claim, NBA All-Star had the whole area set up like a basketball court, and it was awesome to come in on Thursday. So on Thursday, the moms and the family members was on the earlier flights, and then late Thursday, all the strippers came in. But anyway, let me talk about the airport. At the airport, it was a bunch of kids and adults with basketballs and stuff and autograph pens waiting for the players to come off. So Indiana's a weird city because they're known for the Colts and they known for the Pacers and then Indianapolis 500. Yeah, but then they got big college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like Indiana's weird. It's like super duper Central America, or in the middle of America. But I was staying by the airport, which is about 30 minutes. The traffic was crazy. It was a lot. I left Friday, first flight, dog. As soon as I got off air, I was to the airport, dog, because then it snowed. I just beat the snow. So now it's cold. Who want to go somewhere where it's cold? Like, why would I leave Miami?
But I'm saying some of these guys they're making a whole bunch of money already in the NBA. Some of these guys, they want the recognition of being an all-star, but they don't want to really have the hassle of going to the game. Some of their teammates are doing what? On vacation, going
they had a nice weekend off.
They're being hassled on being in certain areas, certain times, at certain events, and being in a game they really don't want to be at. I mean,
hey, Rob, I like that Halliburton dude from the Pacers.
Money-wise, because they're already making a whole bunch of money. If you put up $5 million for the MVP of this All-Star game. Yeah, but you're going to have guys now hogging the ball.
Okay, okay. Give some money to the defensive player of the game. How about that? Defensive player of the game. You got $5 million. You know what I'm saying? So
it got to be something, and money shouldn't be the draw. But I'm with both of you. I'm with both of you. It definitely is going to have to change. It was hard to look at. I had other shows. I had this show. I'm watching Night Country on HBO. I got some. By the time I looked at the game with 7 minutes left, it was still 180, 170 to 148 or something. I was like, these boys is just shooting.
And the slam dunk contest didn't get too much better.
Got it.
But we've seen this go on a decline the last 15, 20 years.
But this was not taken away from Matt McClung.
Right.
The youngin from the G League.
Say it again, from where?
From the G League.
So you got a G League winning back-to-back titles.
Right.
All these superstars in the NBA.
Perennial back to back. So, but here's what's cool about Matt McClung. He was the MVP of the league and his team won the championship. So but even I was listening to Kenny Smith, so cold. He said it so raw. He's like, man, they need to let him play real basketball. Somebody need to bring him up and let him play on a real team. And I was waiting for one of the commentators to say, but he playing on a real team, and everybody was like, yeah, you right, Kenny.
Yep.
Right. But he averaged like 23, 24 a game. He not good for 12 points.
No, he good.
On somebody's roster, at least on Orlando. He playing in the minor league of Orlando.
And guess what? The fans want to see him.
I like him. I liked him last year.
The fans want to see him.
But Rock, we wouldn't be talking about this guy if your superstars, if the guys that really play NBA basketball and do all incredible dunks during games, if they actually played in the slam dunk contest.
I like to see Ja. I know Ja is actually hurt.
But he's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah.
But I like
Zion Williamson.
Like him. Zion
didn't,
I mean, even LeBron. I mean, come on, man. Look,
I'm still watching
LeBron
LeBron
started
still
this.
got it, dog.
Yo, prime, you can't get these guys are. I don't know what's going on in their head and the reasons why they don't want to do it. Maybe because
Yes, you do, Rock.
I'm LeBron, man. I don't want to get beat. I don't want to get beat. But that's
trying
part
to
of
protect
competition.
the brand. They're trying to protect the brand.
Man,
I was
don't
not
say
a
that
fan
don't
of
say that to
dude from
Jordan,
Boston.
Dominique Wilkins, and Spud Webb back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Larry
Gary
Bird.
Payton. Gary Payton and them was a.
Man.
I wish I hope, and Oscar Robertson had a chance to talk to Butler, the Butler's men's basketball team, because the concert that I was hosting was on Butler University. Well, Greg Ogden, remember him? Greg Ogden from Ohio State?
Old guy.
He was old when he was young, and then he was a whole bum in the NBA. Well, he's close to being a coach's assistant, so he was with the team, and he was asking questions, what could you tell these guys right now? And he said, man, go, if you have a game, play it. What these kids, he said, now they take these days off, and he said, we loved basketball. Why would we, if I got a job and not counting my PTO or my off days, why am I taking days off? Like, that's the bottom line. To me, when Oscar Robertson said that, I was like, he need to be on somebody's podcast.
But yeah, why are you taking days off, and why you not? I told you guys, it started with LeBron James. It started back in 2000 when he declined not to be in a slam dunk contest. If he would have been a part of either one or two of them, I think other guys, because they're looking at him, he's a superstar, turning that down, right?
Well, Matt McClung is not a superstar, and I don't even know what channel the G League play on, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, dog. I think Atlanta got a team in College Park. I don't even know, dog. but what I do know is I thought the slam dunk contest was garbage. I will say Damian Lillard is a shooter, dog. That dude don't even get off the ground.
That's
dog.
probably the best part of NBA All-Star Weekend is probably them shooting.
I liked it. But Damon against that girl was a problem, dog. I said, now remember, she shot from the end. So this is what I love about her. She basically a whole history moment by herself.
Right.
She shot from the NBA's three, which I believe, Rock, is it 6 feet, 7 feet back more a little bit?
No, it's not that far back. It's not that
far, but it's a big difference. And she could have did it from hers, but she was like, let me do it from there.
Right.
And she was busting them things.
26. Hey, Steph had to be on this game to get her now.
But you saw how Steph just got hotter and hotter. He made his last 10, dog.
Yes, sir. Like, I got this. This is what I do. But no, that's good for the women's game, man. Y'all know I get excited about women's basketball because my daughter. Yeah. But Sabrina, she the truth. They got the right one from the WNBA.
I watched her.
To do this thing, man.
I didn't know, and I saw her highlights before, but I didn't. I mean, she to me, Caitlin Clark want to be her when she grow up.
Yeah, or Taurasi. The great.
Of course.
I thought the Steph Curry Sabrina match was probably the best thing of NBA All-Star Weekend. Plus the 3-point shootout. But that skills competition, they needed to kill that too.
Because the best thing about the skills competition was the court. They was playing on the LED digital.
And I hate that court. I hate the court.
It was making my eyes. I think I'm one of them people, in movies and video games, that say it's going to be a lot of lights if you one of them people that I'm one of them people, I think, dog. It was too much going fire, and then I was like, I'm cool. What was you saying you like? The HBCU game was good to me.
No, you just heeded to a prediction that I was going to make. You mentioned Caitlin Clark. Don't be surprised if she's part of the festivities next year. Don't be surprised if she's the one in the 3-point shootout versus Steph next year.
Sabrina. It could be Sabrina and one more player. They could make that.
I think it should have been like, and then maybe not against Dame and Steph, but maybe against Ja and some young cats. So because Because let me tell you something. Dame Lillard and Steph release is not fair, dog.
Oh,
It's
dog.
not fair. The dude was making all his starry shots like that.
That's called being in the gym. That's called being in the gym.
How about that?
This. Sabrina scored 26, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dame won the 3-point shootout with what? 26.
26.
Yeah.
With 26. She could have played. She could have been going against the guy.
I want to see the girls. Why not? First of all,
that's
you
one
brought
area.
in HBCU. You brought this was a good test. I know it was a test, and then they'll see. But all I'm saying is this: ain't nothing else happening. Stupid game. You might as well bring something. You sell some WNBA merchandise. The Indiana Fever. They a girl team that's good right now. Like you might as well bring them in. I like the girl All-Stars. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, the WNBA, they do have their own All-Star as well. All-Star game and weekend.
Was it on a Wednesday? I'm sorry, WNBA people that's listening.
But you're right. This helps promote their game, bringing in them part of the men's situation, man. So it is what it is, man.
Year on the 29th. Every 4 years.
Y'all gotta fix that defense in the All-Star game or cancel it. Just don't even play that bad.
Yeah, I wasn't outside of the gospel concert and meeting Oscar Robertson, dog. I was like, yeah, I want to go home. I'm cool. And they was saying, Griff, we got tickets to go to. I'm cool, dog. Like, I'm cool.
I don't think we solved it. I don't think we solved anything, but it's not our job to solve Adam Silver's problems because it is a major problem.
Yeah, he got a problem.
I'm gonna tell you what a major problem is these doggone Donald Trump sneakers that just came out. He done sold 1,000 of them bad pre-orders already, but we trying to figure out how many of us bought them bad boys because we like some sneakers.
A black person wearing some. Well, hold on, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Come on, Griff, admit it, dog. You know you bought some of them Trump sneaks.
All they had was 14s. I got 3 pair. Hold on. Here go the funny part. They ain't had no other colors. They just gold. They look like them people that be they paint themselves all gold and silver and then they stand still.
Yeah. Like in Vegas.
You know what I'm saying? In Vegas and Chicago, and they act like statues. It look like them kind of shoes, dog. That's all I could see what I saw, dog. They're the ugliest. They can't be comfortable, dog. But
how much are they? $400.
$400. Yeah.
But they was buying them at the SneakerCom thing and then selling them online for $2,300.
And then it's got the small print, like there's no guarantee that you're gonna receive these shoes. So
do it, dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
it's fine print. There's no guarantee of delivery date, and no guarantee that you're gonna actually receive the shoes. Like, ain't nobody reading the fine print here.
That sound like a hustle to me, Donald.
It is a hustle.
Hold on, Donald already trying to. He already working on small scams, dog.
He's already. Hey, I didn't lie to the people. He can't do business
in New York anymore, so he's got to find a way to make some money.
Let me make sure I'm hearing this right, Rock. It's fine print to say we don't know when it's going to be delivered, when it's going to be shipped, or when you will receive after you pay for them.
According to the reports, yes.
So he was just the ones that was at SneakerCon was just the show ones.
I don't know what's going on, dog.
Wow.
I have no idea what's going on.
When I think of Donald Trump shoes, I think of sandals with fur on them. They should have his little toupee. Like, I will buy them. I will buy some Donald Trump sandals with a toupee on the top of them, dog, that move.
The tongue is the toupee.
Hey, Griff, y'all, this is what it says. It says they may be delivered sometime late summer.
Whoa.
Hold on. Or it may not be delivered at all.
That ain't what they say, dog. Or it might not be delivered at all.
And there's no refunds on the pre-order. So you pay that $400.
He ain't nobody black. Yeah, nobody black. I'm gonna need my shoes. I'm gonna need my shoes in 2 weeks. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of paying for stuff and not getting it till later, dog. Except like Amazon, little Amazon stuff. But like, I don't want to buy a baby. I don't want you to make me pay for a baby grand piano and then tell me we gonna make sure we get that to you, sir. run that on a.
I tell you one thing though. Let's just say these sneakers are real and these orders are real, and the people that order them, they actually receive a pair of sneakers. Can you imagine how much them bad boys gonna be worth if you try to resell them bad boys at an auction?
Yeah, you definitely can't put them on. You got to say you had them, especially if you get impeached or go to jail. Them things are gonna go. That's like them Air Nixons.
Yeah, dog. Dude. Hey, them things.
Can he get in trouble for the shoe looking? It looked just like an old pair of Nikes.
Yeah,
an old one though, like
the retro,
one, like an old pair that they sprayed with gold paint.
Yeah,
and sprayed the jeans and the jacket and the face,
and they put a T, which looked like I think somebody said on Ricky Smiley Morning Show the T looked like a Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy Hilfiger T.
Yep.
It's the worst shoe. I think if you put them shoes on, dog, you're gonna be racist. Like as soon as you put them on, you're gonna be like, "What's up, Blackie?"
But you know what?
Hey,
I got a game room. I may not wear them, but I may order them just to put them in a case, just in case. Just in case they
so you support the Trump campaign.
I don't support it.
If you buy the sneakers, that's what the funds are for. You support the Trump campaign.
If you buy them shoes, you support foolishness, because if somebody tell me I don't know when it's coming in, maybe it don't, late summer or never, I don't like my odds.
I understand what you're saying, Griff, but also look at it like this. He's doing the hustle. I'm going to do a hustle. If I can get those shoes and they do get delivered to me.
Oh, you could sell them to a nice racist person.
Okay, man. You're making money.
Okay, I see you. Okay. I see you, man.
At least we know who Super Dave voted for when Trump ran for president.
Oh, Super Dave, I wanted to ask you, dog. I don't know, and this is because I'm done talking about Trump and his shoes. Yeah. Did you watch the biggest night in pop on Netflix?
Oh, you talking about We Are the World?
Yes,
We Are the World, man.
That was dope.
I just watched it. I love Sheila. So if you haven't watched it, ladies and gentlemen, it was the making of We Are the World, and I didn't know it was I remember that American Music Award because of Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie saying this is outrageous. Remember how many times he said that? And then Sheila E. was on there, and Huey Lewis. It was like that 84, 85 American Music Award was the best music,
one of the greatest
ever,
of all
dog.
time. Dog.
Oh my God,
Cyndi Lauper.
Save that.
Come on, man.
Real, save that. I want to go through that whole show and talk about that show on our podcast.
Oh, we'll just do it on the podcast. Okay, good.
It's been on the rundown in the last couple of weeks. I saw it, and I thought it was great.
There's a lot of gems in there. The way Waylon Jennings dipped. Stevie Wonder tried to make a Swahili version. People said, "I'm good."
Yeah, because they were just save all that because they was trying to get Stevie on the phone to help write the song, and he ghosted them. Then he show up out of nowhere like, "Yo, what up, man?
What's going on?" They was like, everything, Stevie."
He's like, "The song is already written, dude."
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you saw it too, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So on Netflix, there is a documentary of the making of the song "We Are the World" that came out in 1985. It goes through, is kind of narrated by Lionel Richie and Bob Geldof, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. They had just did the previous one. What was the other song? The Africa. Feed the world, let them know. And that had U2 and Bono and all them in it.
Right.
But the same dude was like, we could do another one. Well, Lionel Richie said, let's do one. And they just brought in everybody. So it was directly after the American Music Awards. So it's already late. Y'all know that show is over at 8, 9 o'clock in
they literally
California time.
They said, cut, that's a wrap. The show is over, and all those artists went to the studio to record this song.
Went straight to the studio.
We'll start off by it was Michael Jackson. He went to Michael Jackson, and
him and Michael Jackson didn't work on it for 3 weeks because Lionel had to host the American Music Awards. Right. So they were he said Michael Jackson gave him a couple dozen tapes of him humming because Mike ain't play no music, so he was like, a bunch of tapes, and they was like, we'll figure it out.
And then Mike went in the studio by himself and just put the and sang the hook. He came up with the hook and said, "Here's where we go. Here's what the hook's gonna sound like," and then we'll go from there.
But
it was a lot of genius.
When Michael and Lionel Richie got together at Michael's place,
a
couple of times. The first time,
he tried to make him hold the monkey. He tried to make him hold Bubbles, and he was like, I don't want to hold Bubbles. The second time, a damn snake came out of nowhere. He said, he was writing, and all I hear is, and he said Michael Jackson called him Lionel. He said, oh, there he is, Lionel. My snake. He was like, you're a snake. He was like, he came out when he heard the words because the words are so beautiful and he wants you to hold him. He was like, I'm dead. I saw this movie.
But you know what was so dope about the whole, like every time they show Michael, it was cool to see Michael as a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular old dude, like, yo. And he's in these conversations. They talking about how the song should be, how it should written. They just had, because we always used to seeing Michael on stage, you know.
But he was still wearing what he had on at the American Music Awards.
Right.
It was like an after party. You could tell who was at the awards show and then who came in. Because Diana Ross wasn't there and Ray Charles wasn't there. But you could tell Cyndi Lauper had won a bunch that night. Lionel Richie won the most. Huey Lewis won some. You know what this is what I want to tell y'all. I was watching it today. And I realized that we didn't know because we was kids, but they had a best black song and a best black album. So it was always Prince, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Best black song. Yeah. What?
And speaking of Prince, this is a cool part because Sheila E., as you mentioned earlier,
he was mad.
Prince and Sheila E. was kind of, they dated a little bit, but
she was on the tour.
But Prince discovered her, all that good stuff. Yeah. So she was coming up. She just dropped her new songs and all that. I think it was After Crush Groove and Glamorous Life and all that. So Sheila E. is starting to make a name for herself, but they wanted Prince, and Prince was, they was using Sheila E. to get, hey, is Prince coming? Like, is Prince coming? And she's like, yeah, I talked to him. He's coming. He'll be here, whatever. But he never showed up. And then
she also knew he wasn't coming because it was too many people.
It was too many people.
Prince told Lionel, because Lionel talked to him. Prince said, I'll come. I just want to do a guitar solo in a different room. And Lionel was like, but we all in the same room. And that's when he was like, let me call you back, Lionel.
Right. So Sheila like getting mad because, look, I can sing too. And if Prince don't come, I'll sing his part, whatever. But they never gave her a shot to sing a solo. And it was just one line.
But they have her in the credits as being there. Now, my favorite story that I didn't know, when Waylon Jennings, when Stevie Wonder said, I think we should, sing it in culture or sing, put some African or something.
They tried to get Stevie Wonder for weeks. He never would call back.
And then he tried to come in telling people what to do.
Right.
Let me tell you something. First of all, wait a minute. And then they said Ray Charles said, I got to go to the bathroom. And then Stevie took him to the bathroom. And they said they all laughed because they was like, the blind is really leading the blind.
Yeah.
Dog, when Waylon Jennings said, yeah, I'm a good old boy. I'm not singing nothing. And left, and they was like, that was the first person we lost.
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings was out, dog.
But you know who was ruthless and I love? Cyndi Lauper. Like, she came in there like, what? Like, I always liked her music or whatever, but she had so much that rock soul type sound.
Yeah, because remember, Madonna was at her biggest, and Cyndi Lauper was this other girl who people like too, but was kind of wearing the same stuff as Madonna as far as the lace and the gloves and the fluorescent, remember the fluorescent bands and veils and stuff like that. But she was, I'm with you. She was very hard. Like, remember Madonna's whole thing, like a virgin. And here goes Cyndi Lauper with the color hair. And I think of that AMA award show, and I think of Pat Benatar with Love Is the Battlefield. Remember, MTV in 1985 was social media.
Come on, dog. Come on,
Think
dog.
about it, dog.
Yeah.
We waited. It was a game that me and my sister played at the top of the hour. Every hour on MTV, they would say what artist was coming up that hour.
Right.
And it was normally Bruce Springsteen, Run DMC, Michael Jackson, or something. So we would play this game and guess what three. Like you could always get one because it would definitely be Michael Jackson or something. But if you could get all three, Bruce Springsteen, Michael Jackson, and Duran Duran. Come on.
Speaking of Bruce Springsteen, as we watched them put this song together, and as each artist came in and did their line,
and that's intimidating too. That's intimidating.
It was like, how are we gonna come behind that when Bruce went? Oh man, it was like, you might as well rap it right there, because he had that sound. Him and Michael Jackson had sounds that nobody else was even close to. That real raspy, like,
remember Bruce was on tour, so he was like, I'm just coming out because Quincy. Yeah. And the way Quincy Jones, he wrote this sign that said, check your ego at the door.
Yeah.
And the narrator, one of the guys, the sound man or light man, he was like, it was really weird because when you're all these stars, when they with their agents and assistants, and then you gotta be in front of them. But when you got Diana Ross, Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen, Cyndi Lauper, Bob Dylan.
That was an interesting part too.
Yeah.
Because he was real shy. A lot of people didn't know he was real shy.
I think the most impressive thing, if you go back to the very beginning of it, they tried to keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want anybody else to know about it, the media, fans, or anything like that.
But he was telling everybody in backstage.
You
gotta come to the thing.
This is way before that, where they had to get the music to the artist. How did they get the music to the artist? It's a lot
by mail.
By mail on the
by Federal Express. Federal Express.
Yeah, man. So that's why and it took how many total hours? They was there like until what? Like 8, 9 the next morning?
Yeah.
Well, remember at 4 a.m. At 4 a.m. they finally was like, we hungry. So they all was eating Roscoe chicken and waffles. Everybody. Kenny Rogers. 1985 with music. No kid that's 13 would understand how big that was, man. All them. And also remember, it wasn't R&B stations and pop stations and rock stations. It was just radio. So
I'm curious why they haven't done a reboot of We Are the World with some of the artists nowadays.
They did, because Mary was in it. They did one about 10 years ago.
Yeah, but was it We Are the World? I'm talking about do another We Are the World.
No, they did We Are the World. They did another.
They did? I missed that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people. It's because Erica had me cracking up. It was the Pussycat Dolls and Mary, and it was about Reba McEntire, and they redid it.
Why'd you say that first one first, dog?
Yeah, say it again.
Why you say it so hard?
Pussycat Dolls. Best name ever for a group.
I'm telling you, that is one of my favorite. And back in 1985, I was playing that a lot, man. I mean,
Prince was at his. Come on, man. 1985, you had buttons on your jean jacket. You was either a Prince fan or a Michael Jackson fan, and you could not be both. No. And you could not be both. It was a line that was drew in the sand, and you had to know who you was down. And that was Purple Rain had just came out this summer. Dog, let me tell you something. When I was
still one of the greatest movies of all time.
Purple Rain is amazing.
Thank you.
With even though the acting is not the best,
movie, but the storyline. But here,
yes,
music, the soundtrack.
Come on, dog.
I heard the album before I already knew the songs going into the movie. I was young. I don't think I could have got into the movies by myself. But by the time I went to go see it, I knew all the songs because I had already been listening to the tape. Like I had the tape for a minute.
Yes, sir.
And that's who dominated that year at the American Music Awards was Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Michael Jackson wasn't at the award show. He was at the studio.
The studio.
Right.
He was at the studio getting ready for the song We Are the World.
And if I'm not mistaken,
no, Lionel Richie won the most that night.
I'm saying Prince and Lionel Richie dominated that award show.
Because Prince ended the show with singing Purple Rain. He was wearing all that green.
Boy, that was the epic purple outfit. That was the poster. That was the. Then he had Wendy and Sheila and she did Glamorous Life in the middle of it, dog. Come on, man.
Look at him crying. Look at him crying over there.
He is getting a little tender. Look at him and look here. And I'll quote Super Dave for you. And that was the last time I was moist for a man.
Super Dave was the biggest man Prince fan.
And I hate he wasn't part of We Are the World, and now I know why.
Ain't that crazy? He didn't want to. He just wanted to go do his part and be gone. All them people, but Prince. I'm surprised that Michael Jackson even was there so long and everything. I mean, I know he wrote it, but because remember they was all kind of living like recluses. As far as what the media was telling us, Michael Jackson couldn't go to, and I love seeing Huey. I'm a big Huey Lewis in the news.
And that's the part he took Prince's part, Huey Lewis.
Yes.
And killed it.
And murdered.
He was nervous too. Yeah. He was nervous, like, oh.
Well, they all was in the best kind. Man, when you got Tina Turner, Willie Nelson, like Daryl Hall, when Diana Ross, this was the best part for me. When Diana Ross walked over to Daryl Hall and said, "I'm your biggest fan. Will you sign my sheet music?" And everybody saw Diana do it. Then they was all switching papers. Will you sign mine? Will you sign? I'm sure that's in a bunch of people's house, opened up with as many layers as it has to be because that. And then I read something right after because now I was all watching it, and then 20 of the people that sang on that song are dead. 20.
Really?
20. The Pointer Sisters, Michael Jackson, Al Jarreau, your boy who wrote PYT, the R&B dude. There's just so many people had passed who was part of that. Yeah.
And Al Jarreau, and now you brought up Al Jarreau, he was getting drunk. They trying to keep him.
Al Jarreau y'all should have known when he started singing Day-O.
That was dope because old dude was getting all
Harry Belafonte was getting tender. But I love how they was calling him the elder spokesman and how Harry Belafonte and Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones and Bob Geldof said, let's do something. And they get and the best part about it is they only had one night because of, you know what I'm saying? That to me, that like right now, 2024, Dave would do his part in Texas. I would lay my part in Atlanta. Yeah. Rock would close out the chorus where he at. You know what I'm saying? So now is too easy. But to watch them do that live, man, it was special. So we know this ain't sports related or nothing, but go do make your kids sit and watch the biggest night of pop on Netflix.
My kids would tell y'all that I make them listen to it as we're driving in my truck, and I do all the parts. I change my voice to do all from Dionne Warwick to Stevie Wonder.
Do Bob Dylan real fast.
I gotta remember his part. Hold on. See, I have to sing the whole song.
Sing it from the top, then, Dave. Go ahead.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call.
Hold on a second, Dave. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you some music. Let me get you an instrumental. Ladies and gentlemen, this is live podcasting right here.
Oh, man.
Y'all are wrong for this.
Wait a minute. You see him get serious, Rock?
Yeah, he's serious.
Rock, you see him for real. We are the world instrumental. That's what I want. There you go.
All right, let's go, Super Dizzle.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call.
Sing it, Lionel.
When the world must come together as one.
Come on.
There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life. This is the greatest gift of all.
Here we go, Michael.
You can't go wrong.
Oh, that ain't Michael yet.
Pretending day by day that someone somewhere was to make a change. We are a part of God's great big family. And the truth.
Bring it home.
Love is all
Bring it home, Michael.
Here go Mike. Here go Mike.
We are the We are the children.
Michael helping you a little bit.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's thank you.
Stop it, Grill. Stop it, Grill.
There's a choice we're making.
Man, go ahead, man.
Saving our own lives.
On that note, this is why you hate the homies this week. Because of that right
We
there.
are the world.
Oh, no. They got
We are the
Ray
children.
Charles going.
Oh,
Make
man.
a brighter day.
Hey,
So let's
Thank y'all for listening
This
and
is
watching
the
I Hate the
commercial,
Homies
KC.
podcast. Rock Teasy's who I be. I'm up out of here, man.
Oh, God. I'm James Ingram. I'll never be good at Super Dave.
Oh,
And I hate the homies.
oh.
I'm Tina Turner. I'm Bob Dylan. I'm Stevie Wonder. I'm Sheila E. I'm the Pointer Sisters. I can go on and on. But guess what? We don't care.
We do. Deuces. There it is.
Come on, Dave.
Right here. She say, oh, send them your hearts so they know that someone cares.
Man, if you don't get off my podcast,
On that note,
yo,